It's a beautiful piece of farmland in Woodbury County and sits along the Plymouth County line.
We love this farm. It's 151 acres.
Like many Iowa farms,
It has been in his family for many, many years.
it's a family heirloom.
Our farm is 5 years shy of being a century farm.
And now, Vicki Hulse is fighting to keep her and her husband's land out of the hands of a carbon capture pipeline.
We have worked hard to pay for our land, and I'm fighting against eminent domain for private gain.
According to Cornell Law School, eminent domain refers to the power of the government to take private property and convert it into public use. Claiming eminent domain, Navigator has sent surveyors to each property where their pipeline will be. Hulse has refused to let them enter.
I did not sign the letter for the easement. I did not sign anything. I knew that I was going to fight this.
This fight is personal, not just because this pipeline would run through 3 of her 4 parcels of land, but because her husband, William, cannot fight alongside her.
My husband is a Vietnam veteran. He was exposed to Agent Orange. He's in the Iowa Veterans Home in Marshalltown. And I am his voice. And I am doing exactly what I feel he would want me to do. He fought for our country, and I am fighting for our land.
And fighting she is. Hulse has twice denied surveyors access to her farmland. In response, Navigator is suing Hulse to gain access, citing eminent domain. She has filed a countersuit seeking an injunction of her own.
They're a private company, and so no private company should have the right for to be able to claim eminent domain.
There are over 130 landowners also fighting against the Navigator pipeline, plus the 2 other proposed pipelines, Summit Carbon Solutions and Wolf Carbon Solutions, that would run through Iowa. But Hulse is one of the few taking legal action now.
Do you think there are any positives to this pipeline proposal? Big or small?
No.
Any positives at all?
No, there's nothing. I can't think of a thing. Can you? It is not the CO2 that is in your Diet Coke. It's not the CO2 that's in the canisters. This is 2,000 pounds of pressure in an 8-inch pipe that is liquefied. And if there is a leak, if there is an explosion, it is so dangerous. If you let this pipeline go through and let them claim eminent domain for private gain, that is just the stepping stone for the first company to do that.
She and the others who oppose the Navigator and the 2 other proposed CO2 pipelines have reached out to state leaders, going as far as marching in front of the Iowa Capitol building and sending meeting requests to Governor Reynolds with no response, because this land is Iowa.
There's only so much land, and that if you keep, destroying the land with, putting hazardous things in the land and putting these hazardous pipelines in and doing this, there's not going to be more land made. This is it. We have to preserve our good land.
What would your husband say if he could fight this fight with you? What would he say? What do you think he would say?
He would be doing exactly the same thing. And he had a big voice. And
now you're that voice for him.
yes.
Reporting in Woodbury County, I'm Katie Koppel.